Let me begin with the key developments in the last 10 or 15 days. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, Pakistan is set to assume the chairmanship of the cooperation of the organization of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, the SCO, for a one-year term following the SCO Council of Heads of State Summit scheduled in Bishkek from 31st August to 1st September 2026. In this connection, our Prime Minister, His Excellency Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, will be visiting Bishkek to participate in the SCO Council of Heads of State Summit, and he will also hold bilateral meetings with the Kyrgyz leadership. The hallmark of Pakistan's SCO chairmanship will be the SCO summit to be held in Islamabad, hosted by Pakistan in 2027. Further details, including exact dates and program of the visit of the Prime Minister, will be shared with you in coming days. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan remained engaged alongside our brotherly countries in sincere and concerted efforts towards resolving the crisis in the Middle East and the Gulf, and with respect to the standoff between the United States and Iran. On the regional front, Chief of Army Staff and Chief of Defense Forces Field Marshal Syed Asim Munir visited Tehran on 24th August as part of Pakistan's continuing diplomatic efforts to facilitate an end to the US-Iran conflict and renewed efforts for reopening the Strait of Hormuz. The discussions during the visit focused on regional de-escalation, breaking the military stalemate, and exploring negotiated settlement to restore regional peace and stability. The visit underscored Islamabad's sincere and constructive role in bridging differences between Washington and Tehran. The Iranian leadership appreciated Pakistan's efforts towards de-escalation and peaceful resolution of the conflict. In this regard, I would also highlight that claims by certain quarters that the Chief of Army Staff and the Chief of Defense Forces visited Iran as envoy of President Trump or the US are misleading and factually incorrect, as his visit was undertaken purely in the context and backdrop of Pakistan's ongoing role as a mediator.